Hey everyone, how are you? This is Cameo Shamokin, and in this video, we're going to be going over flights from St. Louis, Missouri. So, one of the first things that you want to do when booking your flights, you want to go to Priceline. Priceline is typically my go-to for all of my flights, especially if I'm not booking with Southwest. So, we're going to go to Priceline, and what you want to do is you want to put in St. Louis, Missouri. I am really big on airport codes, so I am going to put STL. And then you're going to put in the airport code for Cabo. The airport code for Cabo is SJD. So you put that in, and then you look for our travel dates. And so let's find October. And we're going to go from the 24th through the 27th. I'm going to do one adult, but if you are booking for multiple people, put those numbers in. And then you can book for econ, premium, business, or first. And now we're going to press find flight. So as the flights upload, we're going to search through. So disclaimer here, I haven't searched through the St. Louis flight, so we're going to be doing this so impromptu, but that's totally fine. So I'm not a big fan of that flight. Okay, we're going to skip this. Okay, I like this one. It is 6:32. Um, so this is a flight that we can look into. I'm also going to check and see what does it look like flying out the night before. So sometimes I'll fly out the night before just so I can save a few coins. Because as you can see, these flights kind of suck. So I'm gonna do the 23rd through the 27th, and we're also gonna check Priceline. So one thing that I look for when I'm looking for good flights is one, I like to look at pricing, and then two, I like to look at time. I typically don't like to book flights that are cheaper, but it's going to take me a long time to get there. So, I won't get there to the next day or something like that. Like I'm not gonna book a flight like that. Because I feel like it's not really worth my time. Okay, so let's see what they got. Okay, so that one's not bad. Let's look at this one. So we're gonna do a comparison, and then I'm also gonna go to Southwest and see what Southwest got for us. So then we can do like an official flight comparison with all of them. So we're gonna do STL to SJD. So STL is St. Louis, SJD is Cabo San Lucas, Los Cabos, and we're gonna look up from the 24th through the 27th and see what they got cooking for us. So every now and then, Southwest is cheaper than commercial flights, but sometimes they're not. So I always like to check and see. Oh, they're sold out. Lord. Okay. We're still gonna do a price comparison. Why not? Because I want you guys to see the price differences with all of them. So then you can make an informed decision about which flights you want to go with. So these are 987.91. Ooh, child. Who is booking all these flights during our travel dates? Okay. So here's one flight. It's $987.91. Personally, I don't think it's worth it. So we're gonna move on to Priceline. But I will admit, Priceline, Southwest does have shorter layovers. That is a perk, but is it worth $900? I don't think so. So let's look at another option. So this one leaves on the 24th. So you'll leave at 6:19. You have a 2 hour and 22-minute layover. That's not bad. On your way back, you leave Cabo at 6 a.m. That is pretty early. Um, you have a 3 hour and 46-minute layover in Houston. and you'll get back home at 4:27. And the price of this is 631.56. Okay. So we found one that's a little bit cheaper. So you'll leave the day before. You'll leave at 1:30 p.m. You have a 6 hour and 17-minute layover in Chicago. And then you'll go from Chicago to Houston. You have an 8 hour layover in Houston. And then let's look on our way back. So it's the same thing. You'll leave at 6 a.m. You have an hour and 30-minute layover. You'll be in Houston, and then you'll get back to Chicago. You have a 6 hour layover in Chicago, and it's 6 hour and 34-minute layover in Chicago, and you'll get back home same day. So let's see the price of this one. So this is $499.41. So as you can see, even though this flight doesn't have the best layovers, it is much cheaper than its counterpart. Okay, you're saving like $132 here. So I'm gonna go with this one because personally, I don't mind leaving the day before because I typically take the day before off work. And this way, it's an afternoon flight, so I don't have to wake up really early. The layovers are not the best, but what's cool is that you can explore Chicago for 6 hours. Houston, because this is overnight, you may want to get like a real cheap Airbnb. And Houston has plenty of cheap Airbnbs. And then on your way back, you may want to do the same thing. So in Houston, you may not have to spend a lot of time, or you don't have a time to leave the airport. But when you're in Chicago, you may want to spend some time to explore Chicago. Get you some, some Chicago pizza, go to the Bean, do all that touristy stuff. But you'll have the time. So we're going with this $499 flight. Okay. So now that we figured out which flight we're going to use, I'm going to exit out of this. I am like OCD about tabs. So I hate having a whole bunch of tabs open. And we're going to save this information. So typically what I like to do is go to print. And instead of printing this, we're going to save this as a PDF. Okay. You don't want to print it out. You just want to save it as a PDF because you need the information. So we're just going to put St. Louis weekend and Cabos flight. And we're going to press save. Now what we need to do is go over to Air Affordable, not Priceline. So once you log into Air Affordable or you make an account and log in, this is one of the first screens that pop up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the dates that we have agreed to, and then I'm going to input the cost. So it's $499.41. Let me just confirm. Yep. And then you can choose between paying every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4. I'm going to go with every 4 weeks. And then your or your payment information is going to pop up. So here's the cost of the flight. Air Affordable charges a service cost, and then they have available credit. So if you have any credit with Air Affordable, they will apply it here. They will have your total cost, and then what is your upfront payment? So our upfront payment today is $189.77. So that's about almost half of the cost of the flight. Then you'll have your installment payments, and they'll let you know what days they're due. Now what we're going to do is we're going to say, great, let's go ahead and book it. So first thing I'm going to let them know is I found it on Priceline. And then that document that I just saved, I'm going to upload it here. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go over to next. They're going to ask you what kind of flight this is. This is round trip. This is from STL to SJD. Press next. They want to know your travel date, so we got to let them know. The 23rd through the 27th. Yes. Okay. Just want to confirm. And then what's the cost? It's $499.41. And now we're done. We're going to go to next. And then you can choose between paying every 2, 3, or 4. We're going to go with every 4 weeks. And then that same screen, that payment information screen is going to pop up again just to reconfirm what we already know. And we're going to press accept. So once you press accept, they will ask you for the primary traveler information. So that's going to be you. And then if you want to add additional travelers, you can do that right here. And then it's going to ask you for your card information. Once you put all the details in about your card, they're going to send you out a confirmation, and they will also send you out notifications when your next payment is due. So those are things that you will not have to worry about. And it's really that easy to find your flight on Priceline, upload it to Air Affordable, and get your payment started for your flight. So if you guys have any questions, comment below, or you can just reply to the email. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Later.